Aloha and welcome back to Transfer Talk. Today we have a very special segment because we have our first returning guest on the program. We got my good friend Alohi. Alohi is in her final semester at West Oahu. So major congratulations, Alohi. We are all super proud of you. And first question of the day is, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me again. I'm back. It hasn't been long, but it feels like it's been forever.
Right? I feel like so much has changed since you were last on the show,
Right?
but yeah, it seems like you're doing really well and I'm really happy for you and it's great to have you on the show again.
I'm happy to be here. I'm ready to talk.
Awesome. Love it. So I think I want to start today with, can you tell me about the Capstone project for creative media?
Sure.
Because from what I've heard, it's a little bit different from what I did for the humanities division. So yeah, can you walk us through the process a little bit?
So for the capstone for creative media, you have to go through a pre-capstone class where within your pre-capstone class, you do a research project on whatever it is that you want to do. So I chose cultural appreciation versus appropriation in Hawaii and what that looks like now and how it's progressed over time. And after your research project, you do a 10-page essay. And once you have cleared that with your board, so you have about 2 to 3 people on your board, which consists of Charla, the creative media director, Alfie, the head librarian, and a couple other professors will jump in and students are also welcome to watch. But you do this big presentation at the end of the semester and you propose your research topic and then you propose a solution to that topic. That solution needs to be done with something to do with media, creative media. So my proposal for my project for my final semester for my capstone is to do a social media page on sharing culture in Hawaii, specifically on Kauai, because I'm a distance education student, through social media. And it's just me going around and doing what I usually do, hang out with nonprofits and talk story with people that I know and just learn more about our culture here on Kauai.
Now, is picking that topic, is that mostly self-driven? Like, did you choose that topic or was there like guidance from the creative media faculty? Like, how did that idea form?
For the topic itself, it definitely was, or it was mainly on myself.
Okay.
So because I was working with a lot of nonprofits last semester, I had really been into the topic of doing something culturally. And Charla, who was my pre-capstone teacher, she helped direct a more solid research topic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So she like helped you narrow it down. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had a broad idea of what I wanted to do, but she helped really narrow in and hone in what I want. What was something specific that I wanted to touch on.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. And when it came to the writing portion of it, did you find yourself reaching out to like the No Yao Center, anything like that for like tutoring or anything like that when it came to the writing portion?
I did not.
Okay.
Well, what was really nice was that I was taking another writing intensive that required me to write another 10-page essay at the time.
Oh man.
And actually both of those, my pre-capstone class and the other class that I was taking, both recommended. The No Center has these work sessions throughout the semester where they share videos, and then at the end of each video you need to do like a survey to show that you did it.
Yeah.
You get credit for it. But through those No Center videos, I actually was able to learn more about like how to structure my page and also how to work efficiently.
Yeah, that's major.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I remember when I did my capstone, the No Yao Center has this thing where you can send them your paper.
Yeah.
And they'll just like go through it and edit it and send you back their comments. I think I did that twice during that process.
I did that once. I don't think it was for my pre-capstone class, but I did that once. And it's just me being a procrastinator, but also I have a good friend like you who will look at my papers and help me in that way. And I have a more one-on-one with you. Whereas with No Yao Center, you have to get on Zoom and try and talk with somebody. And
yeah, it's more scheduled, more formal in
Yeah.
a way, right? Yeah. I think both are good.
yeah,
Right,
for sure.
And then you also mentioned going up in front of like the board and presenting
Mm-hmm.
like your topic, right? So can you talk a little bit about that process? Like what was your mindset going into that presentation? What did you walk away from that
Mm-hmm.
presentation? Like those types of things.
I have never been so nervous for a presentation in my life until that one, and I'm not sure why. That I guess, well, I guess I know why. I guess it's because if I failed at that presentation, I would not be able to go forward with my capstone. And it's just when you get so close, you don't want to fail.
Yeah.
So I was really nervous for it, which I shouldn't have been because it actually was really easy. And I highly suggest anyone who is in the pre-capstone to attend some of your peers
Like the previous semesters to see like what they do.
No, actually, it's all of the what are they called? All of the proposals
Okay.
are actually open to the whole creative media. So I really suggest anyone to go and watch your peers do their proposal to the board because it helped me really understand what kind of questions they're looking at
Mm-hmm.
and how they pick apart. They're not just picking apart your project
Yeah.
just to be bullies or anything, but
It's constructive.
yeah,
right?
it's very constructive.
Yeah.
And they usually have the same questions for a lot of the people.
Gotcha. So it's like figure out like what the expectations are,
Right.
right? Those types of things. Yeah, I think that's great advice. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's like going into a real job.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were doing stuff on the side and you needed to meet up with a client, it's like the same thing.
Cool. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, pivoting over from the pre-cap into the capstone, right? Was your advisor for the pre-cap the same advisor that you had for your capstone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Charla was my advisor for my pre-capstone and she's now my advisor for my capstone project. So
Okay. That's really cool, like getting to develop that professional relationship over the course of an entire year on one project. I feel like that would be like a really good experience for students to have.
yeah, it for sure helps because she learns, you get to know her personally and then also she understands what you're interested in and she knows how to help you and also how you work. She knows when to help you when you're struggling and kind of how to get to you if you need it. But I really like that you work with her for the whole year for this big project.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That's great. If you could go back to a year ago, what advice would you give yourself, like going into the pre-capstone? What would you? Is there anything you would have done differently? Is there a different approach maybe you would have taken? Like anything like that?
I definitely would have thought harder on what I wanted to do because everybody who has previously graduated, I think for a few years, Charla has their websites open. So you're able to still read. I don't know if you're able to read their research papers, but you're able to look at everybody's topics and also look at their final projects. So you're able to look at all of their projects and what they did, whether it be music or video, animation, all of that stuff. You're able to go and look at everybody's topics and it's all different. So I would definitely go back and I would really look at the topics and see what I would have wanted to do before I got into the class.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of access, right? You mentioned that you're doing this via social media. So do you want to give a plug to your capstone project? Like what's the IG
Sure.
handle? Let's hear it.
My Instagram for my capstone is uluike. So it's to share knowledge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. So total listeners, you could see Alohi's capstone both on Instagram and then also at this, it sounds like it's like an archive almost of capstone projects.
Yeah. So on top of West Oahu's website there, I think there's a special page for creative media and they have all of the previous capstones of people who have graduated.
That's awesome. I'm kind of jealous. I wish the humanities division would do that. That's cool. Awesome. All right. So kind of pivoting over to a more general question, but I think it's an important one to ask, right? How are you feeling being so close to graduation? Like what's the mindset? What's the vibe, Alohi?
Well, the senioritis is kind of kicking in.
Okay.
Like this part of me is not wanting to do work but knowing that this is the crunch time.
Yeah.
Like we're in April, we have a month left. I was told yesterday at my class meeting that we have until May 2nd to turn in all of our stuff for our capstone class. So we actually have a month left, and it's nerve-wracking, but at this point it's just me planning out everything and what I have left to do and when I want to turn them all in, because it's all up to me for this. Like Charlotte will tell us, just don't wait till the last minute, but I need to make a schedule for myself so I can follow it.
Yeah. Well, I will say I appreciate the honesty of, recognizing that senioritis is a thing, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you have some really good skill set in terms of how to navigate that. Are there any other suggestions that you would give to maybe a fellow student that's hitting senioritis pretty hard at this point in time?
You just have to get up and finish because you're so close. You can't give up now. You're almost there. You can just see yourself walking across the stage already. I'm already sending my sisters pictures of what kind of lei I want for graduation.
I love it. I love it. So speaking of that, are you going to be walking on Oahu or are you going to walk here at KCC's campus?
I'm walking at both.
Oh, no way. Cool.
So I first decided I wanted to walk on Oahu. And then I was told by a lot of people here that I should walk here. So I'm doing both.
Nice. That's great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, did you book the hotel room and everything on Oahu yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
we booked everything already. Actually, we didn't book our flights yet, but we booked our hotel first.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, me and my parents are gonna go up, and then I'll have all of my family come on Kauai.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. I'm so happy and I'm so proud. I've known you since before you even started West Oahu.
Yeah,
And to see you coming to this amazing point in your journey it's great to witness, and I'm so
well, I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, I appreciate it. So I guess the final question, Alohi, and it's a big one. What's next for you? What comes after graduation?
I don't know. I've been getting asked this a lot with graduation coming up, but I work here at Kauai ECC as a Title III grant assistant right now. So right now this is a stable job, 9 to 5, so I can have a fun 5 to 9 after.
I love it. And you do a great job at your occupation here at KCC's campus.
Yeah.
So I want to also thank you for all the hard work that you do in that position as well. And so it sounds like you got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Alohi. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast again. This was a great episode, and our first returning guest. That's awesome.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you.
Mahalo for listening to Transfer Talk. The views and opinions shared by the hosts and any guests are solely theirs and do not reflect the views and opinions of UH West Oahu or Kauai Community College as an institution. If you enjoyed listening to this episode of the podcast, please like, share, comment, and check out all the other episodes. Aloha.